move to the Arsenal. We are in, when you walk into Arsenal to the left. I'm not sure who, I know someone was there before us.
It used to be the CDB's office.
Okay.
Yeah. And then probably several things after that.
And we're working nonstop to turn that into a little art gallery and gift store to help support the Freeman Arts District. And we were lucky enough to get a large room to the left of that for one of to help teach our classes. And we're going to be able to hold classes in the portico and hopefully have some more events in the courtyard. So thank you. It's been a lot of work.
And so then what is the other little building gonna be?
Well, I was just on the phone about that one. We actually do not know right now. We thought that we would have enough room at the Arsenal. But everybody that has signed up so far to teach classes and things like that, I think we might have to keep it just as overflow for that. We were going to look at possibly renting that for artist residences. But we just, it's wonderful to grow. It's wonderful to grow. It's just trying to.
So that place was too small for what?
It was, yes, it was, well, the problem is we can only do one thing at a time. Whereas the setup we have now at the Arsenal, we can do 3 or 4 things at a time. And, Dig Street was beautiful and it's perfect, but you could do one thing, like you could have one class or one meeting at a time. Whereas the Arsenal allows us to do several different things at once.
When is it open?
Sure. No, we're gonna have a little soft opening tomorrow night for partners, sponsors, people who've really supported us in the past. And I am hopeful to have it up and going in next week.
Oh, nice.
Hopeful is the key word there.
Well, I got to go in and she's got some really cool gifts and toys.
Cute.
Yeah, and great exhibit.
We're trying to
Are you doing exhibits or is all the art for sale or?
it's all for sale. Everything is for sale and we've got some really good, we got wood turners, we had of course, Anna's stuff is gorgeous, and we had Aubrey Marshall art, and we had Ann Wilson, we have Perfectly Rusted who does a lot of blacksmithing. And I'm getting so many people, I had a lady from Concord, North Carolina, called me this morning about displaying, which I really didn't see that coming. But one of her friends visited here and saw that we were getting up and running and stuff. It's just one thing at a time, and I'm trying to find help and staff and volunteers to help run them.
I was supposed to say, so what do you need?
All the people. Right now, it's just, if you've ever opened anything or done a project, it's that last minute, just all of that little stuff that has to be done. So that's where we are right now, but the artist, we have a featured artist room, and the artists that have that room every couple of months, they work at the gallery 2 days a week, so that helps staffing, and they can paint and everything while they're together, so that really helps staffing. And then we have, I have had several people reach out. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and get back with them. And of course, we have to train.
What do you think your hours are gonna be?
Well, right now we said 9:30 to 5:30. And the reason for that, and I was blown away. And I've lived in Petersburg forever. I had absolutely no idea that the Arsenal was such a hopping place. Did y'all know that? I mean, we're talking, I had no idea. I mean, we're talking 60 to 100 people a day, easy, and that's in this season. I was floored, and that's every single day. I know I had no idea. So, we'd like to capture some of that if I can justify it with help. Open up early in the morning because people are coming in and I see them, trying to open the gate.
Yeah.
Trying to get in. We had, we'll kind of play it by ear.
Thank you for calling us.
Yeah, 5:30 is late, actually. Don't they close ours till like
They
30 or 4 o'clock or something now?
And so we were hoping we could stay open
That
to
would be
help.
helpful. I've always thought that was, especially in the summertime, rather early to be closed for visitors.
And they're open from, I think their hours are.
Yeah, that's kind of a small vision.
Well,
welcome everybody. If y'all are ready to go live, let's go live. That sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Bonnie Hargrove. I'm the chairman of the Cultural District Advisory Board. And, today is February 9th, and it is our monthly meeting, which for those who don't know, is usually the second Monday of every month at 2 p.m. We do float between this room and the upstairs room. Everybody is welcome. At this point, we're just gonna go around, the room, introduce yourself and say what organization you represent. And then I've officially called it to order, and then we'll get to business. So, I'm Bonnie. I actually represent USCB Center for the Arts.
I'm Mitzi McClure and I'm member at large.
I'm Sherry Weatherford and I am the Freeman Arts District Executive Director.
I'm Lizzie Cohen. I'm with Historic Beaufort Foundation, Programs Coordinator.
Jennifer Coiner with the City of Beaufort Events and Tours.
Linda Jeffries with the Beaufort Convention Association.
Sarah Sutton with the City of Beaufort.
Linda Walker. Washington Street Farm.
Welcome to everybody. So I don't know if y'all had a chance to, read our very large, August 11th minute. I mean, yeah, we've been so great. No, I've actually like to make a recommendation for all board meetings going forward. Yeah.
This was an accident.
Well, it was a great, that is a,
Sometimes, the best things you'll learn by accident.
yeah, so, if y'all.
My favorite.
No.
I bet you're both.
The only change I can see is mix, also under motion to made, mixin is spelled wrong. That bothers me for a few minutes. That was the only thing that was like glaring to me. Does anybody else see any other changes? So there would be a motion to accept.
Make a motion to accept.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, well, that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, so I've really been looking forward to it. So, update from the Arts Festival, which y'all know is gonna be here before we know it, which is May 1st and 2nd, of 2026, which is truly this year. We've been working, and thank you very much, Enda, for everything you're doing at Washington Street Park. I have to admit, they're gonna have the most fun.
I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, it is phenomenal. So, I'm gonna let her talk a little bit about where they are with their project. And if anybody, Louis, especially you, if anybody has any questions going, well, I don't understand. We love over explaining ourselves. Yes. So go for it.
Okay, great. Well, let me say that we are excited. We are very excited about the Beaufort expansion into Washington Street Park. We were a little apprehensive because we kind of figured we weren't going to be able to be in the park, but we're feeling a little okay about that now. But we are looking at a theme of Silas Green from New Orleans. And with that, that's like in the 1940s. So we're going back because he was a traveling show that came here. So you were looking to have magicians, we're looking to have jugglers, we're looking to have jazz bands, and we're looking to have dancers, and we're going to bring all of that there. We have Elementary School and Robert Small School. They're going to do artwork. So we're going to have line art. We're going to have photography tents where you can actually go in and dress in vintage clothing and get the pictures taken. We're going to have a dunk tank, and we're actually looking to have people come in. We're going to have tours. So we have the park rangers coming in. They're going to do talk about what they're going to do, and then they'll have their tent where you can go over, and they're going to do the 2 tours. So we're doing that. We're going to have a scavenger hunt. Haven't figured out the specifics of it yet, but that's going to be how they're going to learn about the history of our quadrant and what we're doing there. But as I said, we are extremely excited about what we have here. We're going to have the cotton candy, and everything else is going to be just a vintage show. And you have questions, please ask.
I'd love to know the origin of Silas Green from New Orleans. Is it actually from New Orleans?
I believe he was actually from New Orleans, but that was back in the day when he used to travel. And back then we used to celebrate Decoration Day.
Yes.
And so on Decoration Day, there was a lot going on. So Silas Green from New Orleans would come and he would actually set up at the park. And that's where he would do his show. And then we'd also go a little further. After he was over, we'd go over to Sam Stowe's Greasy Garage where there was a carnival and there was a dance and everything else
It
going
was
there.
really called a Greasy Girl.
Is that what your name?
So you
Well,
did this?
well, we called it his Greasy Garage. I was a child, so of course I wasn't allowed to go into the Greasy Garage because I was a child. But I do remember riding the Ferris wheel. And there were parades and everything that went on, so yeah, fun time and that vibe is just, we're excited to bring it.
When did that stop? How long ago?
It stopped when it became Memorial Day. So we stopped planning it. Silas Green stopped before that.
A lot of fun.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, every time they get together, they've been meeting at the university, which has been great because I've been able to sit in and just, their energy is fabulous. So, and then they keep up with some great things. I just want you to know that, shout out to Stacy, that we all know that if you did not
Get her a
have
can.
gotten the candy machine, I wasn't real sure it would go on.
When you said that, she got it.
Yeah, no, I've never seen such a committed woman to a cotton candy.
I know.
Yeah, it was so cute. And can I say, that's, I think, the joy that I'm seeing is that it's a true community, a true neighborhood coming together and really, the university is also going to be a lot of fun too, so there. So at the university, we've got two different events going on. We have an indoor juried art show and an outdoor, basically juried art fair. It's kind of hard to, I thank you, very much for everyone who has kind of helped us with trying to figure out how to get the word out to different artists to find out. We found out that we were using Cafe for both of the things, which is an online network of artists that go to certain sites to find events similar to both of these. But we found out that the application, also owned by Cafe, is more of an outdoor fair, a lot more kind of the taste sort of event. So thanks to all of the help from Sarah, we were set up on both of these different formats. Right now, we have 38 artists that have applied for the indoor art show. And we have, I think it's 20 now for the outdoor. So,
Feeling better.
yeah, feeling much better. I mean, there was a point where, it's like, guess we'll just all go down to Washington Street where they're having fun. Anyhow,
Yeah, and it's the first year. They have so much participation the first year.
yeah, the interesting, the interesting thing is, in both of the calls, we mentioned Georgia and South Carolina artists. We've got North Carolina, Virginia, and all these other artists applying. So I guess happiness is with happy artists, right? So wherever they come from, that's better for zip code usage. So we're wonderful, but this is just the Zap application. I love that. Back when I was in college, if you wanted your picture taken, you would yell Zap. So I'm going back to my Zap days. So yeah, this is the Zap artist. If y'all want to see that have applied, it's really interesting. We do have some local people, which is great, but we also have some other people from other areas. And then this is just names, not that they're going to mean anything to anybody, of the 38 who have applied. We still have 7 days for applications. So if anybody, I'll try to shoot that back out to you for everybody just to send around again, because you just never know who's reading it where and for whatever reason. Thank you to Ashley and the city for getting a really nice press release out.
Yeah, most of those.
Huh?
I wrote those.
Well, thank you for whomever needs thanks, I thank you. I think that really helped with some buzz from different places, so.
And it does look good, their work, I mean, it's good stuff. It's quality stuff, so.
Yeah, so like I said, it's all kind of coming together now. We did, kind of make our own image for this particular thing. I don't know if you've seen it. That we need to talk to you more and more. We're now kind of gonna start melding, all of our advertising under the taste of Beaufort. So maybe that's something that you could speak with about plans, maybe going forward. We had to get out in front of this because we had a deadline before y'all even start working with it, pretty much, so.
We're worried about it, we're just.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. So anyhow, if you wanna explain what all we might need to do as two entities that are working with you.
Yes, so we did actually have a meeting this morning, actually, with Sean, for going over the posters and advertising. And you have Taste the Arts, so we wanted to go to you and say, taste of what neighborhood community for your piece of it, so. We are working on putting together, we're gonna reach out to you guys and let you go, so give us what you need on there, we're gonna create some posters, we're gonna give you a deadline of February 18th.
Wow.
For your information to be put on there. So your information to be put on there. So literally, we had a meeting, what, 2 hours ago? Yeah,
So you're gonna send both of us like questions and we can answer it. Big, thank you.
So, what you want on there, what you want to do a call out. It's not gonna be everything. It's for, if we're gonna do a combined poster, then we'll separate them out as well. So, we wanna see that. So, we wanna make sure, I'm also, we're gonna let people know shuttles that go around that are gonna hit both places and everything like that. So we know that more information will come after posters are done, because that's always happens. So, that's something we know. Let's see, yeah, like, if you know who your artists are, they're gonna, like, if your bands are playing or your musical groups are gonna play. If you happen to know what food trucks you're gonna have, or if there's spotlight you wanna have on there, so, am I missing anything? We talked about the live stream, we're working on that too. To promote each other at each other's location. So, so we can promote Washington Street Park and USCB at Taste Downtown and vice versa. So,
Because no matter how much we advertise, there are gonna be people that show up at the taste that have no idea that that is going on, so that live stream is gonna be.
yeah, so we're gonna,
Really good.
cross promote with the taste.
Be like a carnival of senses.
Since there's just a lot of stuff going on.
To these.
So, we'll work on that as well. Is there anything else you want to add, Sarah?
If you had a rough sketch or layout of what you would like your poster to look at, please send that to us. We're gonna try to have it mold with the taste of Beaufort. I know there's changes this year, so there's always changes for a different look. But we wanna have them kind of look cohesive, so people will recognize that it is the same event under the same umbrella.
What will be going on down on the waterfront for the taste? Anything new this year or?
We're talking about possibly introducing a scavenger hunt across the 3 locations to encourage people to go to Washington Street Park and USCB and come back to the park and possibly get tickets or something for those that participate in the scavenger hunt and win. And that would be something to get people across all 3 locations. But this year I will not be at the Taste of Beaufort because I will be at Leadership Beaufort.
We do have our music for Friday night, which is Cody Webb and these guys.
Okay.
And then Saturday, we're still working on, we do have the Marine Corps band, or we don't have to shut down. I'm still hoping to get the full rock band, just the Dirty Brass band. So we do have that, so I know that restaurants are coming, so it's
Friday,
forward.
Saturday, but Sunday as well.
It's Friday from 5 to 10 on the 1st, and Saturday, the 2nd, from 11 to 4. And we'll be running shuttles an hour before and an hour after. Plus we have our own art craft market as well going on at the same time.
But then Washington is gonna be just on
Saturday.
Saturday.
And USCD is both days.
You guys are. And we're gonna have a reception for artists on that.
So on that Friday night, we'll actually have, we'll coordinate with y'all and that can be part of it because we'll have the winners of the jury show. And do a little artist reception that night. And invite people to be out on the lawn still for people to come. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be, it was a little scary there for a while.
And the first year is always hard.
I know.
And then you kind of figure out if this worked, this didn't work, and
Yeah, well, I now know that Zap is my friend. I didn't know about that. So,
Do we have any for the reception?
I think, that's probably a great for us to go over.
yeah, thanks.
Okay.
I don't know, what format you're looking at, but surely we can listen.
Okay. No, yeah, I mean, I think that would be a great thing to go over maybe for sooner than later. I think the Tastes of the Arts group probably will be meeting sometime this month. Maybe we can kind of put together a list of what we see expenses to be. And stuff, because I'm sure once,
Will there be a sign up sheet for volunteers?
yeah, that's
Are you gonna do sign up sheets?
whatever Mitzi wants to
We'll have to talk about what we need
do. Yeah,
first. What hours we need and what.
And what locations?
yeah, they're handling their volunteers, we'll handle ours. And we've got a logistic committee, we just hadn't gotten, gotten, so we didn't know how many,
Whether we have any artists?
yeah, whether it was gonna be, a friendly group of one, or what exactly it was going to look like, so. We do have, based on y'all's recommendation, and I'm sorry I lost it already, I did get the food truck y'all recommended.
Or a bucket.
Yes, so he's already excited and ready and then,
What night is that one?
oh, he's gonna do both Friday and Saturday. UCB, so he'll be on Washington Street. Right there, yeah. So,
Did you say Washington Street Park is only gonna do Saturday?
but we'll close Washington Street, which makes it sound a little crazier, for 2 days. So people, can be flowing back and forth. We hope eventually it's going to get to be such a big event that we'll be through the trees over in front of Beaufort College and in the front lawn. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, so is there any other questions or ideas or thoughts or?
We're gonna have a Facebook page for this to promote it?
It's under the Taste of Beaufort's Facebook page
Okay.
because it is an all-inclusive.
And also
event.
all the activities will be on that page.
And the website as well.
And when will all that be birthed? Or has it already been birthed?
It's already,
It's already there.
right, just be added to it.
Got it. And do we send it to you too? Okay, so you're kind of like the gatekeeper.
Yeah, so
And
that's
just CC Linda and I on that too.
Okay. Okay, cool. And that where you want to start, so you'll get all this together and we'll fill out the form that she wants, then that'd probably be a great way for you to start adding stuff in.
adding stuff, so we know what your schedule is gonna be there. Any logos for anything like the rusty bucket, the logo. I mean, we put up there, make sure that we show the different locations, so we make sure that someone comes come down to the park or go down to Washington Street, they're expecting a rusty bucket, that's right by you, or they're,
Right.
or that whatever is down, tastes down by us, not by you guys, so we wanna make sure that that's clear.
Got it. Right. That sounds great. And then, is there a certain time that we'll submit signage ideas for our various places, or is that something?
Well, signage, we were gonna talk about that as well, what you want on sites mostly for your schedule, or your sponsors. And they'll have a cohesive look to look like what we put out there as well. So, and if you have places to hang those signs, what you would like to put them on.
Okay.
Because we usually put ours either hanging from something or we put them on those A-frames
Okay,
and put them around, so.
got it. I was hoping to create, John, the group, two, sort of outdoor banners that could possibly go up at USCB, like coming soon or new, that would go up the first part of April. That would just say, new site of Taste of Beaufort and what it's going to be. At both of those locations, to where people, and I would need your creative genius as to what that would look like that would be in continuity, but some way of saying, here's something new.
Yeah, is it gonna go on the front of the facade like it used to be across the front pillars on the wall?
We
or the
can
new-
do, the answer is we can do whatever I feel like will work best. We can put it up there. Or if it's something we just put on two poles, it's like what we do for our shows.
Yeah.
It's what Enda would want, whatever y'all would want. I think y'all got to walk through at Washington Street Park or whatever. Maybe y'all could look at a location that might somehow, I just want to attract as much buzz.
And
Those
that you
two.
could even hang on the fence line at Washington Street Park instead of having to drive posts.
It's whatever y'all want to do.
As additional location. We just wanna make sure they don't think it's moving.
Right, just additional, and then maybe like, we're considered the taste of the arts, and they're Washington, yeah, they're. Yeah, and then y'all are Taste of Beaufort, so there's lots of taste going on. But really kind of talk about some innovative, and then, any media stuff that you want to go through, Sean, is that something that you will come and take? Videos?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
You're thinking like promo stuff ahead of
Yeah.
time, just, yeah, we did that, I did at each location.
Okay, got it, and with the committee. Okay, that sounds great. We'll try to start writing up. Any other ideas?
We'll keep you posted on information. I'll send it out to both of you for Washington Street. So you'll see each other's stuff either, so you
Got
gotta make sure we line up. So,
I think we, budget wise, I think we're doing well, but that's probably something to look at. And, make sure what we have spent, what we have to share, and where all the buys are coming through the chamber or not chamber, but CVB. I'm sorry, I will forever, because I'm tied, I'm sorry, old brain, the CVB, what they're up to and whether.
Rob will work with Megan on that. Megan who works remotely.
Okay.
And I think since you have artists from other states as well, it might not be bad to at least hit them on social media.
Yeah, sure. I can share with you, once I understand how to work all the data, I can share with y'all all of that.
and I'm still waiting to hear from Scott on his bands. They just didn't have any contracts. So I was just gonna reach out to him.
Rob and Megan will work with Linda and I on the ad buys
Okay,
as well.
yeah, we would just be informed so that we know where it is in case anybody asks us, volunteers a lot of time want to know how it's getting out there.
Do y'all ever go that, like the Savannah stations will promote that taste?
I have to look.
Morning shows and
Most
stuff.
of the festival advertising is done by Rob and Megan, and we just give them the info and they find the spots and put it out.
I'm talking about as a guest, like, how they have.
Those morning show things.
Yes.
If not, I can work with Ashley to see if she has that relationship to reach out, but we do like morning breaks and spots with WHHI and WTOC as well.
I was thinking about like the free ones that you go on and you just say.
Yeah.
Not to self-plug, but I do Low Country Conversation,
Yes.
which is a free opportunity that I do for folks as well. And that is something that we can sit down in my studio and have a conversation about it, talk about it. Even if you wanted to bring an artist in, we could do that. So there's that window as well.
And you know, Daquan in our office does podcasts.
Yeah.
And that might be something I would say several weeks prior,
Yeah,
that maybe you, Bonnie, or maybe, you know, whomever, bring in a couple people and talk about what's going to happen. And it's like, you know, Taste of Beaufort, but 3 great locations this year.
Linda, I wasn't aware of that until they called, until a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
I had no idea. And
So he does a
Winning
podcast.
Yeah, and I-
Award
and it-
winning.
Yeah.
No, what is the name of it? What is the name?
Intercoastal podcast, it's on our website.
And now they just started the video component.
Yeah, he started to do video as well.
So,
go, that's wonderful.
yeah.
Intercoastal podcast, and it's on our Facebook, on our website,
Website, yeah. And
BeaufortSC.org. If you scroll down, all the way down to the first page, you'll see podcast, Intercoastal Podcast, and he's done that for several years now. And basically what he's doing is interviewing every new store, every new business, any new attraction, anybody that wants to. Cause he's trying to make it a local, you know, so that we all know what's going on.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful.
How often are there any episodes?
Is it monthly or weekly?
Because see, that's in our portion of the arsenal.
They're bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly.
I think so.
But there's a back catalog on all your
Oh, you can go back and look at all of them. It's wonderful.
Spotify.
So guys, I think you're in a good place, not trying to rush anybody, because a lot of good information. I think we'll move on to art benches. Which I have to say, the shining thing in my heart right now is this arts festival. So the benches, I have not been as lovingly and, you know, but, I do think normally each year we get $7. Five, okay, we get $1,000.
Now we have about a little under $4,000 left because of the application fees.
Right. That, okay, which sounds great, although I would have thought that would have come out of the taste budget and not horticultural district budget.
If you guys have room in your budget, yes.
Okay,
If not,
okay. Yeah, because I would have thought that would have been more of a taste expense, not a, even though this is all being brought together by the cultural district.
yeah.
It's a city event.
Yeah, yes, I would have thought. Anyhow, there you go, good to know. So I think what we need to do is, I know that, maybe I don't know if you knew this, but, Lisa requested a bench for that
I
outside.
did mention that.
Okay, we have one that is, you know, ready for y'all whenever y'all want.
Wonderful.
You just need to submit a drawing to us as to
Okay.
what would be on the bench
Okay.
and make sure it's acceptable. And then we're still going through trying to find the perfect paint for said bench. So, and then I think we just need to hire some artists to redo the 2 benches using the rest of that money. So,
Is there, I'm just curious, is there like a polyurethane coating that goes on active paint?
it's actually like a marine,
Okay,
a marine grade.
It's a bar.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've really, I think the problem is the ones that are not exposed so much to the weather, they're doing okay.
Mhm,
But any of them that are dealing with heat,
mhm.
it's almost like,
Baking soda, yeah.
yeah, so, you know, we just need to figure out what's the best and whether it's a 4-year rotation.
Okay.
And we know every 4 years they're gonna have to go back to.
You know, I wonder if the people that are guardians or custodians of a particular bench, if every year they put a coat of polyurethane or whatever on it to maintain it,
Mhm.
could that somehow be part of the responsibility of the sponsor?
Um, It's like a yes, no.
Yeah.
I know, because ultimately, once they were finished and they were either donated, gifted, or however,
Mhm.
whether the artist, the paint, or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
then it became,
There
it goes back to a
somebody
city
else's
property.
issue.
Do you see what I'm saying? Now, can't they adopt it, kind of like you adopt a,
Mhm.
you know, there you go, you know, that somehow that's
Star.
part of theirs. But I don't know if there's any contractual, we could make them necessarily do that. But maybe that's something the cultural district need to have a stronger committee that's just the bench committee. That would, you know what I'm saying, that
I'm just
really,
thinking if we have $5,000 and we are having this art festival, I'm not knowing exactly if our expenses are stuff. Let's get the art festival for it, and then we need to do artists and stuff.
well, we should have 8 and
Oh, okay.
for the each location got 8,000, correct?
Look back on that.
Well, it was gonna be 10 and then we got dropped, so it was 8 each.
So per location?
Yeah, per location.
Or. Hey, so we're left benches.
I
I'm
know,
hearing two
just like
numbers.
that,
Yeah.
Jeremy, we just,
Cause I was worried about, I just heard that we had $5,000,
But that was for benches.
is that only for?
That
for the
is for
business?
cultural district to do with what they decide project wise.
Our budget,
And that goes
Yeah.
away June 31st.
if we don't spend it.
right.
No.
So,
So-
oh, no, go ahead.
What if on the bench plaques, we had a QR code and said somehow that people could make a donation for upkeep of the benches? And we say, if you enjoy these beautiful benches all over the city,
Yeah.
would you like to donate to help us maintain
Go
them?
to a private place.
So that might be something to think about going forward with those benches, because they have to have some way to be.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I wonder if there's a limit to the number of polyurethane coats you can do over a number of years.
Yeah, could I recommend that maybe the 3 of y'all get together and come up with some really good standards for us?
Yeah, and I think it's not just at the pot, they need to be totally like sanded and repainted,
Okay.
so,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what.
yeah, so I mean, if we could just get a more thriving committee on this that actually reports every month outside of me. Because right now I'm not doing a very good job. So-
I tried to, I kind of got it together, an inventory of them and sort of tried to do the status of the ones that looked okay, but then it was like the city had this one over here in storage and this and that, so it was just kind of crazy.
Well, maybe if y'all could meet with Sarah, even if Sarah could just say there's 2 in the city maintenance.
That
Whatever.
one is at Ginger's, she is redoing it, and then the Santa Elena bench is at Southside Park. So there's only 2. It's short.
Maybe we just need to do maybe by our next homework, which is be, so we can go ahead and spend that money. Go ahead and identify who the artist would be to paint those and where they're going back to. So, because we also have digital corridor. It's been trying to figure out what their bench is gonna be for a while.
Yes, they have, and they also have some leadership changes coming up
Okay.
in the near future. But I'm not sure where they are on that project.
I'd be more than happy to meet with y'all downtown, you know, the 3 of y'all, because all of you live there. You know, I'm saying we can meet maybe for a coffee, go over what it should look like, but right now the art festival is kind of consuming me. And so I just don't
Yeah,
really have.
Maybe we need to get through that.
Yeah, but then we gotta spend the money fast.
But we gotta
That's
spend the
the problem.
By June, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't think we could,
You can't wait too long.
that's
Can we
good,
not-
I kind of
Can we
what I was.
not commit it? Can we commit it but not quite spend it? Can we,
It has to have.
has to be gone?
Yeah,
And that we have to proof it.
Does part of the 5,000 go to paying the artist? Is
Yes,
that part?
Yeah, we're probably already getting close on
It goes-
getting as an artist, you know, and you're like, okay.
so it goes to sanding, prepping, and painting.
Only, okay.
And if it's a new bench, she's got to pay for the bench also?
No, because we have the existing benches.
Oh,
that
okay,
would
this will
need
be one,
to redone.
okay, I understand.
But she would then be
This is a
responsible
redo.
for that bench, they'd be responsible for painting whatever the supplies were needed to paint.
Right.
God forgive me, I'm sorry. So the monies that are set aside can only be used for sanding, prepping.
It can be used for whatever cultural district decides.
Right,
It doesn't have to be benches, it can be anything.
but it happens to be that's one project that we talked about, making sure we're doing a better job on.
Can you put out a call, like kind of an RFP for artists, and a plan to take care of the bench, like a maintenance plan? of those
Yeah,
things?
that's what I was thinking, maybe y'all could just put together just a quick one sheet,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, and then I think it's a matter of putting it out there on Facebook and other places through the Freedmans. We know we could all use our own network, I mean, certainly the Center for the Arts can, to do that, but I think if we could get on that, then we could maybe even at the next meeting, start, at least we know we could hire the artist and then be working with them on.
Possibly announce them or present that case, maybe.
Yeah, whatever y'all want to do. I think I'm just trying to bow out.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
of
way
the
I can.
art, yes, no, I understand that.
Yeah, but I
Shirley,
don't,
would you be able to kind of organize us, get us together?
As far as finding an artist, I can
As
certainly.
far as getting a meeting together that we.
I'll be honest with you, I'm opening the gallery right now, and I'm
Oh,
not
that's right,
talking
you are.
up, so I don't wanna overextend. I mean, I'm happy to help, I'm happy to get some
Yeah.
artists together, I'm happy to help organize, but I can't lead anything else right now.
Okay.
I do apologize.
I would volunteer, but I can't, I'm getting ready to go out of town again. So I've got 2 train shows back to back.
got it. That is the problem
Yeah,
with
no,
this
understood.
whole, our lovely committee. Well, there you go. When do you leave to go?
I've got, it's the first 2 weeks of March, I'm gone.
Okay, so could we get together next week?
Next week would work for me.
The three of us figure out how to get together next week for 30 minutes. Okay, so at this point, we're going to move on and then we can do that at the very end. Every year in April, it's not March, it's okay, it's March.
It's due May 1st.
Oh, phew. So, the South Carolina Arts Commission and Cultural District requires a very in-depth reporting of what we have done and what has happened in our district, okay? Doesn't mean that we have to necessarily do it, but things that happen, you know, so, and it's very involved, lots of numbers, lots of reporting, all this sort of stuff, and last year, Sarah and I basically did it and we put it in and it had our strengths and weaknesses and it also had.
You shared that with us,
I did, all of that. So we're about to do that again, but I just want to do it in a silo. So, I think what we're gonna have to do then in, March, probably, let's put that on our next agenda is to go over what questions or whatever we have to do for. And let that just be almost that whole meeting except for a brief report on taste. So that we,
I can go over a brief outline of what we need.
right, but we just don't need to be, because we're gonna have to look at, did we achieve what we said we were gonna achieve? That's where stuff. So we can go over all that in March, at that meeting, if that's okay with y'all. So. Is there any way you can send somebody?
I can see if Rob can come.
Well, I mean, could Daquan come?
Possibly, but Daquan doesn't really know what's going on with this group, but I can fill him in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a different perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you may, I think he'd love to get to know us. He's just unaware of it. So, yeah. So I mean, maybe I think that's what I was really appreciate Lise when she finally said cried uncle. You know, because we're just not able to have quorums, which we can't make any decisions. So,
Yeah, It's frustrating, I'm sure.
It is, and then it's no fault of anybody's other than the busy people, you know, which we all happen to be. So, so real quickly, we're gonna, if this is okay, unless y'all have anything else, I'll try to keep it.
I do have one more thing.
Oh, what's your thing?
It was brought to me from PTAC.
Okay.
There is a palm tree on the corner of Charles and Boundary that has a fun little, not that you can tell, carving in it that they are wanting to remove and preserve the art. So they are looking for an artist that would be able to do that. They'll remove the tree and cut the art out of it, but they want an artist that is able to preserve the piece of art that is
Kind of a
carved
totem
into that
or
trunk.
whatever.
Yes, and then that would be on display. They're thinking in Morale Park. So if you know of any artists that's able to.
Yeah, that should be something Martin can do.
Is it
Mark or Mike.
Yeah.
No, but this is the only last living piece of art of this individual, and apparently this person was really important to Beaufort or special to Beaufort.
Wait a minute, let me see that again, I'm sorry,
So someone did that, that's not just like an.
I thought it was a natural thing.
That's right.
No, that is carved into the tree by an individual, and they're worried that the tree is gonna get hit and the art's gonna go away, and there it goes.
It's a worthy project.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, we can think of two different people.
Yeah, the tricky thing is
Is that the person?
it might be. I have no clue. But it's a palm tree, and essentially the trunk of a palm tree is just dried grass. So,
Very fibrous.
yeah, going through the process of drying it out and preserving it or painting it with an epoxy so it's able to be put on display in the elements
Are
year
you
round.
going to say?
PTAC, the Parks and Tree Management.
Could a arborist do that? Could an arborist do
Do
that?
they have money for the?
Yes,
All right.
they do.
Okay.
We'd be more than happy to give recommendations. How do y'all feel about it becoming a
I think
cultural
they should
district?
put that under
A
the
project.
too. We don't have really hate to go under.
Yeah, this is a project that they're working on. They're just asking for recommendations on an
Oh.
artist.
Oh, I can do that right
Yeah,
now.
they're gonna,
If that's helpful.
Yeah,
Smart.
absolutely.
Mark Spielan.
yeah.
And yes, and then Mike and Tracy Walden, they're both, either one of those I think would be great at that.
Yeah, okay, well, I was afraid that it was another project and that's
No.
I was a bad attitude.
They just
Not
asked
hard.
if they had recommendations, because they're
Yeah.
kind of stretched.
We love doing recommendations. We'll tell people things all day long.
Well, my curiosity got the best of me about Mr. Silas Green from New Orleans.
Oh, good.
So I had to look it up, and it was an African-American owned and run variety tent show that was in various forms. It toured the United States from about 1904 to 1957. So that's what we were saying. So, yeah. So it does say there was never a Silas Green, nor any notable connection to New Orleans. Silas Green was a fictional character created by the show's original writer, Salem Tutt Whitney. So there you go.
Interesting.
It does like it was a lot of that.
But you know what I have to say, there's a Whitney family, a very, very long-standing Whitney family in New Orleans. So if
Well,
the writer was.
there was the Whitney plantation down there.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, that's very good.
Well, so, at this time,
Something that-
just because I'm trying to be nice to you all,
Yeah.
there you go. Does anybody have any real specific thing they'd like to share about their organization or things going downtown? Yeah.
I'd like to say something. I don't know if anyone here knows John Harrison at Rhett House.
Mhm.
His wife Mimi passed away Thursday morning. A very short discovery of lymphoma cancer. She wasn't feeling well for about a month or so. She had back pain, wasn't sure what it was, went to the doctor. And they said that she had lymphoma. And they said it was treatable. And apparently she went to, had some chemotherapy, but Thursday, last Sunday, things turned for the worst and she passed away Thursday. So, and they've got a little 5-year-old.
That's tragic.
And they're, I guess, renovating?
Yeah,
Yeah, or not renovating, but,
Repairing,
repairing, yeah.
and they just built a house in
That's
Rockland
huge.
Sands Point.
It's a huge, I've gotten by there lately, but yeah, that's a huge project.
Does anyone know anything about the North Street Inn? That used to be pink, it has like the shaker siding, and they're renovating that now?
I think Mike's doing that.
Okay, well, that could be a bed and breakfast again, or is it private? Gonna be, we don't know. We need to get it off our website, it's still there, it's a bed and breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anything?
We have, I mentioned I have 2 back-to-back trade shows. One is in Myrtle Beach, then there's one in Charleston. That's in March. The one in Charleston is the National Tour Association. And we are bringing 12 tour operators at the end of that conference. I'm bringing 12 tour operators that have the potential to plan either day trips, but hopefully overnights to Beaufort. They'll be here, they arrive Sunday, they're here all day Sunday, all day Monday, and we take them back to the airport in Charleston on Tuesday. So it's called a familiarization tour, to familiarize them with Beaufort and what we can do. So we're giving them a little bit, a taste of Gullah culture, a little taste of ecotourism. As much as we can, absolutely, birds and dolphins and so that's a great opportunity for us, so.
Okay, well, best of luck to Freeman Art District as y'all are, opening up a new excitement and thank you for everyone and thank y'all, if y'all ever. I realize they don't want 500 people at their meeting, but it has just got to be the most invigorating thing to listen to them. They are having so much fun. I mean, they love to talk about their dog tanks and who's in it. I mean, I'm just the whole time going, I need to go back to work. I need to go back to work. I'm just so afraid I'm gonna be somehow voluntold.
Maybe go into that.
Yeah, I know. That lineup of people would be interesting. But anyhow, so at this point, unless there's anything else, shall we adjourn? Think of
Yes, adjourned.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay. I don't hear anyone opposed.